Yeah, but you're Jewel Tricks.
Yeah, Jewel Tricks. There's definitely some cool Jewel Tricks to make it just consistently hit. My problem is I went through this pod so fucking quick. I was spending way more on cigarettes, but I wasn't smoking.
See, I don't have that problem at all. Because that's all I'll do all work day, just the Jewel. And I think I've gone through a pod within like 3 days or something.
Oh, good for you. I would go through at least one, if not 1.5 a day.
No, it's working for me. I just need to stop being a bitch, and then the weekend comes and making excuses and stuff like that.
I get it, but that's a good step. Like, it's hard.
Yeah, it's a process.
It's hard. When I was a smoker, especially when vaping first started, everything was shit, or you were getting basically vape products from a tobacco shop.
It was Wild West.
Yeah, and it wasn't good, and I was like, meh. And then when I started to get into like the bigger vapes, I would call them, or whatever, I was like, dude, I have no desire for a cigarette whatsoever.
They look like camcorders from like the late or the early 2000s.
I remember I was with a friend. We picked up this girl from the airport, and we went to World of Beers, like the big beer restaurant thing, I think it's called.
Sounds like
somewhere.
a place.
It was somewhere in Vienna.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we walked outside and I pulled out, and it was back. If people are familiar with vaping, it's a mechanical mod, so it was just a tube, and it held 2 batteries in it, and then it was all basically it was mechanical because there's no digital sense to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I pulled it out, and she's like, "What is that?" I mean, it looked like almost a giant dildo, like the jokes were. And she's like, "Is that the world's biggest fucking vape? Like, what the fuck are you carrying?" Because so many people were still doing the little pen things, little cheap little things you get from the gas station. And I whip out this big metal rod, like,
yeah, and like everybody had like a new variation, like in every 2 months. Like it was like, oh, this is the new.
Constantly, dude. I spent so much money on it.
And then the joke for the smokers who refused to even give it a chance was like, every single person said the same hacky bullshit. I don't want to smoke like out of a robot's dick. That was always the hilarious original thing that they had to say.
That's a funny smoker. Guess what I'm doing? I'm able to smell again. My car doesn't smell like dick.
Right.
Like my
palate
I never smoked in the house.
I can taste things.
Taste things again. Yeah. Dude, I remember I traded in my car, that Pontiac Aztek that I had, that ugly ass.
The Aztek, yeah, dude.
The Walter White mobile, right? And I traded that in. And I remember driving to the dealership. This is when I got my truck. I remember driving to the dealership, and I just looked over at Lauren. I was like, how the fuck did people ride with me? This is disgusting. This is awful.
Oh, because you smelled it?
Because I could smell the smoke in the car.
Yeah, dude,
like,
it embeds.
And it had been a while before since I had stopped smoking. And after a couple of weeks, my smell was coming back, but that had probably been like a year, and it was really like, I could smell shit again. I was like, oh my God, this smells fucking awful. Like the smell of a guy walking in right after smoking a cigarette or gal.
When you don't smoke.
It's terrible. When you don't smoke, it's awful.
So bad.
When I used to smoke, the smell of a freshly lit cigarette, especially in the morning, nothing to it, dude.
Yeah.
It was the best thing in the world.
It was the best. That and some coffee.
That smell, just like, and then cigarette, coffee, and then your insides are going to get completely flushed out because of that.
You're going to feel
and
so much better.
And you feel great for the day.
So much better. And then you slip up a month later, and you're back to 3 packs a day. And you're like, fuck, this sucks. I'm an ashtray.
Cartons back in the day were dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't have to worry about going to buy a pack of cigarettes. I'll just let me open another pack.
These 10 packs might as well be a million packs.
Yeah,
I'm rich forever.
And then down to that last one, you're like, fuck.
You run out in 6 days. You're like,
this was so expensive to do all this. Episode 30. What the fuck are we on now? 38.
I don't know.
38, I think.
No clue. Let's call it that.
Before we get too further, I want to, because I said this at the end of the last video, I'm trying to plug it in the beginning of my videos. Real quick, new gear reviews coming out. I've got one scheduled. You guys will see this on Monday. I've got a gear review scheduled for Wednesday at 8 a.m. Something really cool there. And then pretty much the next couple weeks will be Wednesdays at 8 a.m. If you like anything that you hear in this podcast or anything that you like, please give us a subscribe, right? That's what they say, right? Subscribe. There's a subscription button. You just click it. That's all you got to do.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Comment, like, subscribe. Comments and likes really help our video. So if you are a supporter of the podcast, even if it's just like, hey, great vid, guys, comment it. Because I know we have more than, the 2 watchers that may comment.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out for
all
sure.
you got to do is comment. Even if it's just like, hey, or put down there. I've been telling people in my gear reviews, if you didn't like it, give me a fucking thumbs down. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, anything.
Have the interaction on the channel. Tell me we suck in the comments. I don't care. But it helps us. So even if you tell us we suck in the comments, you're actually doing us a solid.
For sure.
So
yeah, absolutely.
Keep that in mind.
And if you want to, completely insult us, say nothing.
That's the insult. So if you're not saying anything,
that hurts.
Fuck, man.
Speaking of support,
but 98% of our subscribers,
go on,
or viewers aren't subscribed. But go ahead, support.
No, go ahead.
I'm done.
No, go ahead. No, you're on fire.
You know.
Well, that was impressive. Doing the little plugs, I guess you would call it, in under like 2 minutes for you is actually like a fucking feat.
Hell yeah.
So I want to reward you. I know last week it went a little hard. We're trying something new every episode.
Okay.
From here on.
I'm terrified.
Who knows? Just consumables, really. We don't have a name because we're dumb and we don't with no creativity whatsoever.
Can I plug something real quick before you do that?
Yeah, why not? I wasn't in the middle of something. Go ahead.
My apologies.
No, go ahead.
We got 2 things.
No, go ahead.
Comment on the channel, right? So we talked about that. When you comment, I'd like to pick a winner, and somebody just at random, like a commenter, anybody that watches our channel, let's pick a winner, and in a couple weeks, I want to pick that winner to name one of our videos. I thought about this today. We talked about it right before we got on, but I want to pick somebody to name our video and see what they can come up with.
Okay.
Because we're terrible at it, right? We discussed this.
No.
Well,
you're bad.
I'm bad because I'm the one that names the videos.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Yeah, it kind of gets you, I guess, interactive with it. You get to name the episode. You see it. It's going to be episode whatever, right? And then fucking pipe is the correct term for the symbol I put in there.
Excuse me?
It's a line, pipe.
You're losing me real quick,
pipe.
man.
Yeah, go on IT, but it's just the straight line that I put after each episode. So say like episode EP.38 line.
Okay.
And then the title.
That's the title, it's called a pipe. It's just a vertical line.
Correct.
Call it a vertical line.
Vertical pipe.
I'm not sold on the idea. I like the enthusiasm. Moving on to what I lost my train of thought with that weird whatever that was.
I had something else to say though, and I lost my train of thought.
God damn it! Every single time this happens, man.
It was so it was named the episode, and there was something else. Oh, here it is. You'll get to name an entire episode.
You switch to camera 3?
Okay, entire episode. We got another one. In the comments, and I'll pick one random out of these comments. In the comments, give us a title for the segment on us trying stuff. That's what I was going to get at. My bad. That's a good idea.
It's not a bad idea.
That's a good idea.
The problem is you're asking to get fucking wrecked if any trolley-polies roll across the video,
try shitty food, whatever. I don't know.
2 idiots try to speak and make a video. Like, I'm just saying, it's gonna roll in pretty thick.
Well, so we have one. If you comment down below what we call the segment of what we're about to do, which is trying consumables of whatever, right? I feel weird saying consumables. I feel like we're saying drugs.
You don't like the word? Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we're like
moving on to the next idea.
Anyways,
I don't know.
We're trying beverages, food, whatever it is, right? Leave a comment of what you want, what you think the thing should be called, right? And then
it's on fire.
Out of those comments, I'll select one at random to title a future episode.
You heard him.
And there's no stipulation. So
Do it.
To win the pedal that we have to be at 500 subs before I even pick a winner. This one, there's no stipulations. Just comment, and whenever we feel like picking those people, we'll pick it. All right?
All right.
Comment every episode until we get a fucking name. Anyways, continue your joke.
Speaking of support, there was a segue a million years ago. Now there's not one.
Speaking of
I guess
support,
we're just shoehorning this bitch in here. So last week we tried. I pulled a little predictable troll on me, and I got something gross. I got beet juice.
Yeah.
Was that the same one where we did the kombucha beer?
Yep.
That wasn't that
back
bad.
Back to back.
That was
It
interesting.
wasn't that bad, but it was not extremely tolerable.
Can't really drink it.
Couldn't
though.
finish it.
No, definitely not. So I decided to go the other direction this time since you were such a good sport about it. Yeah. Busting out my bag. It's sponsored by DeWalt. I didn't want to give away what it was. So have you been keeping up with the chicken wars of the fast food restaurants? They're, a la Popeyes.
A little bit. So the last I checked, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. So we know the god of chicken is Chick-fil-A, right? That's supposed to be the best chicken sandwich out there.
It's a high bar. It's also not true.
Unless you're also cheap, and then a McChicken's pretty fucking good. But it's not that Southern style big breaded chicken. And then Popeyes did their breaded chicken sandwich. And the last one I saw, Wendy's actually came out with one recently, I think.
That's what I was leading into. Everyone got on once Popeyes blew the fuck up with their ad last year or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Everyone now has I guess gotten their recipe and their process, and they're rolling everything out. I just saw a billboard for some reason. McDonald's crispy chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were doing one too.
There's one for you. Hopefully it's still a little warm. I got one for me.
Warm enough.
I got some napkins. Yeah, no sauce, no idea. They're I think for 2 spicy chicken sandwiches at McDonald's was $4 and change for one.
So there is sauce, or at least on mine.
Is there sauce?
I'm assuming it's some kind of spicy sauce. It is basically sauceless. But basically, let me describe what we got here. We've got a subpar chicken breast here, if you compare it to Popeyes because Popeyes is by far the biggest.
It's
dude.
fucking massive.
It's massive. Chick-fil-A is second. This is third. I'm saying subpar as far as size. I don't know if it tastes good or not. We got what looks like some kind of chipotle sauce. I don't know what the actual flavor is. 2 pickles, which I enjoy.
I'm cool with pickles, bro.
I love pickles. Whose bun would we compare this to? This is definitely different from McDonald's as far as the bun is
think they're trying to do what is that, a ciabatta bun? Am I wrong about that? I don't know my breads very well. The thick, fluffy buns that look toasted, but I don't think this is toasted.
I mean, it's McDonald's. We'll have to find a picture.
It looks like a slider bun that they pulled apart and put on top, and then took another slider bun, took it apart, and put that on bottom. And they flattened it.
Yeah. All right, well, let's give this a go. I'm going to take this bite right where I got a little bit of sauce here.
Let's eat some. Oh,
it's like a chipotle type of sauce.
What is that? Sorry, I don't want to talk and eat. I know it's gross.
Yeah, I feel bad.
I'm trying to process, so there's a lot going on.
It's like a chipotle sauce.
Okay. Are we gonna rate anything, or should we just give our impressions?
If we're gonna go this route,
I don't know if
we're not trolling every week, then I think we could rate. Have you had the Popeyes and Chick-fil-A? Both of theirs.
I've had the Popeyes. Are you just talking about a normal Chick-fil-A sandwich?
Right, which is that's their chicken sandwich.
I've been eating their spicy chicken sandwich since I think 2010.
Well, if you're not eating that spicy, the only reason I don't ever get the spicy is if I'm I don't want a trip to the bathroom tonight.
Okay, well.
But I will most likely eat the spicy deluxe every time I go.
All right. I haven't had this up until literally this point, so it's kind of what plus they've been sitting in my car in the bags though, so they're still kind of warm. It's not fresh McDonald's, which if you go to McDonald's at any point in your life, who am I talking to? Everybody. If you go to McDonald's ever, you have a very small window to eat the food because then it becomes paperweights, within the next hour or so.
The chicken itself doesn't have a spice at all.
I'm not feeling the chicken at all. It's a very McDonald's.
But it's above a McChicken.
It's above a McChicken. So this might be.
As far as quality of Southern.
This might be 20% real chicken at that point. The sauce initially tastes like Thousand Island, but then has some heat on the back end. They're legit just jacking everything about the Popeyes chicken sandwich, dude. They're really going for it with the bun. They're kind of emulating everything, but at a really shitty capacity. If somebody saw the Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich and was like, oh, I can do this out of my kitchen, someone selling on the side of the road, this is kind of that version of that.
Current market value of this sandwich?
What? Oh, how much was it?
Yeah.
I don't have my receipt on me, but 2 of these, plus I got a small Coke. Right. You always got to get Coke when you go to McDonald's because it's amazing. Was $10.50 for 2 of these and a small Coke.
That's overpriced.
So yeah, it's definitely
100% overpriced.
They definitely are trying, I guess.
Look, if these are it can't be dollar menu because it's supposed to be fancy. I get it.
Right.
But $2.50. If these were 2 for $5, 100% good deal.
Oh yeah.
Give me more sauce though, because the sauce is weak on this. Mm-hmm. And you could definitely get a nice spice out of it if you got more sauce. But that's why I like when they put pickles, especially on something like this, because it's almost like a palate cleanse.
Bro, I put pickles on pickles.
And it helps.
Fuck yeah.
True.
Fuck yeah.
It helps if you have that kind of with the spices. I don't know. It should make it worse because it's straight up acid, but I like it. I'm not mad. I am going to finish this. I've also got something for us to try. For me, it's definitely...
All right. What? Yeah, I'm not done. Are you moving on, or are you going to finish up what you're saying about that?
I was going to move on to something I've got to try, but go ahead. Real quick, in my opinion, on this, it's the third.
Oh yeah.
Unless it had more sauce, I'm telling you, the sauce could really make
Mine
this.
has a decent amount.
I've got a dab.
Really?
It's like they spread it with like a butter knife, like this is on toast, and then put a little blob.
Is it like that?
Oh yeah, you got way more than I do.
I got a lot.
My shit's damn near dried up.
It's good heat. It's a McDonald's version of a Popeye's chicken sandwich. If you saw both and you were really hankering for that crispy chicken sandwich with the pickles and the sauce and the giant fucking chicken breast, you're gonna go to the Popeyes every time, I think, unless the McDonald's line was just vastly shorter. It's fine. It's just
Does
slightly.
Popeyes have a spicy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've never had their spicy one.
Yeah, they have a non-spicy as well at McDonald's. But I knew both of us.
Okay.
I figured you like spicy better, right? Okay, cool.
I do. It just tears me apart.
No, it's good. It's okay. It's just, not... Popeyes is still on top, in my opinion, with that very specific, chicken spice pickles. I like Chick-fil-A, but I don't know.
I'm kind of over it.
About Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, it's kind of bland now.
Well, I think the biggest
It's
thing
still
with fast food, wow, we're getting real fat on this episode, but we're getting so in-depth with fast food. That makes me feel good. So,
Well, think about it. If there's ever touring again, touring musicians need to know where to stop. And right now, we're telling them not McDonald's.
yeah. Oh, I can't stop eating it. I know that's not what I should be doing right now. But Chick-fil-A doesn't add shit to their menu.
No.
That's the thing, which is fine because what they do is right, and they have awesome customer service, and they're fast, and they know what they're doing. But all the other fast food chains are constantly like flipping shit around, adding something, taking something away. Taco Bell does that, I swear to God, every 4 months or something. There's something new or something that I used to get that is no longer on the menu.
Yeah.
So I think that's where they're lacking a little bit with creativity with their menu. All right, what else we fucking eat?
Right.
Give me some more shit.
So
I'm hungry.
let me
Fat fuck.
let me see real quick.
Okay.
All right, so what we got here, I had to check a text real quick because I wanted to know if the guy wanted a shout out or not.
Professional.
A coworker of mine is I want to say a connoisseur of beers or alcohol, similar to our buddy Pat. And he has recommended a beer before to me, but I couldn't find it because I didn't know what the fuck I was looking for. So I asked him again to say, hey, man, I don't even know if you watch, which turns out he doesn't really watch podcasts, but he does watch the gear reviews. He's probably going to watch this episode now. But I messaged him and say, hey, we got this new segment. We're trying some stuff. Can you let me know some good beers to try? Because I know he's got a good taste. He even goes like Asheville a lot because it's big brew market down there. And you can just try out all these sexy ass beers. So he's been telling me, though, for a while, probably about a year, I need to try this beer called KBS. And I'm going to hand it to you. You can take a look at that.
Oh, yeah. What do we got? Founders Brewing. Highly acclaimed KBS.
Founders Brewing.
Flavored stout.
It is Kentucky Breakfast Stout is the official name for it. So it's an ale brewed with chocolate and coffee aged in oak bourbon barrels. So it's going to be kind of similar to what we tried from RJ that one time. However, if you're from this area, I went to a store and I found them, I think, only in singles. I don't think I saw them outside of singles. It was $6 per bottle.
Hell yeah.
Of beer.
Yeah,
he tried it. So shout out to Tyler. We're going to find out if he actually said in my text. He said, yeah, you can shout me out, but you're probably going to be cussing me. I've got a bottle opener here for us. And I've got a cup for us. You got a bottle opener?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me, we're going to pour it.
Fun fact.
So-
Anything could be a bottle opener.
Do what now?
Nothing. What? What are you saying?
No,
What?
pour your own damn drink.
I thought you were going to...
No.
Give me the fucking 5-star treatment. Hold the glass
So I
for
heard
me.
today, so
The
not only did we
gentleman.
get yelled at by our good buddy Pat, the gentleman, start pouring your beers, but apparently the taste also comes from the smell.
Oh, I know what Pat's going to yell at us about this time. I just pour like an asshole.
Taste comes from the smell, and you can't get that out of the bottle.
Wait, is this a good head? Is that good? Is that bad or good? Are you supposed to pour the whole thing?
Looks good. I am.
What am I doing?
Drink
Oh,
it.
shit.
You're not going to close the bottle later.
All right, hold on. I got it. Look at that. Yeah.
Actually,
Whoa.
you're...
I
Uh-oh.
think that's great, right? That's supposed to be great. It's gonna. I gotta sip it. It's gonna overflow.
Sorry, I was just making sure. Oh my God, I just spilled. Look at me.
That's 12%.
Jesus, we are clearly amateurs. Yours looks better than mine.
Mine is far superior to yours. I've always said that. What happened to your head?
So
looks like a flat Coke.
Let's go. Yeah. So this is a picture I got. I'll try to show on my camera. This is from my buddy. Tyler, you want to switch to my camera real quick?
Oh, dude, there's a lot going on, dude.
Tyler sent me that. He said cheers. So we're gonna send him one. Let me go ahead and just get a real quick picture here.
Am I supposed to do anything right now?
You want to cheers me?
Okay.
Okay. I think I got a picture.
All right.
I'll send that to him in a second. But yeah, thanks, Tyler. Kentucky Breakfast Stout. Let's give it a good waft. We can waft this without dying, hopefully.
Wafting.
I'm smelling my chicken.
It's probably in your mustache.
This smells really good. Okay. You ready?
It smells like chocolate milk. Sort of.
It does kind of smell like chocolate milk. It's a
espresso.
It's a breakfast stout.
All right, here we go.
Ready?
Yep. Shit. What the fuck? There's something crazy going on in there, dude.
That is...
What?
So, that to me is pretty damn tasty.
I'm not hating. It tastes like an accident or something. There's something visceral and burning in the. There's like chocolate on the front. Maybe it's the spice from the chicken sandwich. I think I'm still fucked up. Do we have celery? I need a palate cleanser or something.
We could use that.
I think the sauce is still fucking me up.
All right, so let's get in here.
I think
definitely a dark.
You got to talk about this because I still got sauce on my tongue.
Motor oil. Yeah, it was probably terrible to try this after a spicy chicken sandwich.
We definitely did this in the wrong order for sure.
Yeah, I keep drinking it. I don't think it's something you're supposed to chug. Obviously,
no,
it's,
this is a sipper.
Have your engine running real good after this one.
This is more towards your direction. This is more towards what you're a fan of and stuff.
Not really.
You got way more into the craft game than myself.
Oh, 100%. I like better beers than Miller fucking Lite.
Not better, different. Everything's good.
Better. Brewed with chocolate and coffee, aged in oak bourbon barrels. I taste every bit of that.
Would you say that without reading that? The answer's no.
The bourbon part of it.
For sure.
Like the bourbon barrels, I could taste 100%.
So what does that mean? There's bourbon. They make bourbon in barrels and they make this in those barrels?
Right. So typically what a lot of beer companies will do is they'll either partner with another company. A lot of people did it with the Sagamore company that Pat used to work for. Beer companies would partner with them or try to get with them and say, hey, before you throw out, because you can only use a whiskey barrel so much. Mm-hmm. And before you throw that out, either people make signs out or whatever, beer companies will say, hey, we want to age our beer. So they'll brew their beer and then they'll age it in those barrels.
Huh.
And then a little bit of heartburn. Sorry. So it starts,
the molecules are
whiskey, depending on the years, it could be the whiskey be in there 5 years, 10 years, whatever, however long it's aged. So now you've got 10 years of fucking whiskey soaking back into your beer.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So I'd taste a lot of that in this. I'm having, probably because of the sandwich, hard time. Because it's stouty, I'm drawn to it, like that chocolatey taste. But the coffee's the hardest one I can't find. But
as you smell it, though.
Oh.
I can't.
I smell chocolate. It smells like a chocolate coffee. Like you put a lot of chocolate sauce or like the little chocolate creamers.
Yeah, there's something in the middle there that's like really tossing me. This is definitely a complex taste to me. Like this is far beyond my capacity, for sure. So it's like it's like a major leaguer trying to play a Pee Wee League World Series. I'm losing my mind because of this combination.
My spill made it like a penis. We might have to get a picture of that. Do you see that?
That's an interesting looking penis if that's what you see, bro.
Well, you got. Right?
Yeah, you got the little guys in the back twigging berries.
More of like an ice cream cone, I guess.
That's a cool ice cream cone, too.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Anyways.
Thanks for the suggestion. It's not bad. It's not. It's just there's something. I'm trying to break it down. There's just something wild in there.
So I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like you could drink what I'm calling better beers. I feel like you will drink them, but you're the kind of guy too that I'm drinking and it's almost like I'm drinking water, and I want to be able to not saying your beer is water, even though it is.
It's water.
But it's something you're drinking to get to drink.
Right.
You're not drinking to sip.
No, and I've tried. I actually just like a few weeks ago went through a little phase, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna kick these light beers. I'm gonna try. I tried the Dogfish Head Blood Orange, I think, or something like that.
Incredible beer.
Very good. I had that was the night we streamed. That's what that was a huge part of it. We tried to stream the other day. It was a huge debacle, not on Billy's end, but on my end. I had a bad day. I was off the next day. I had some Blood Oranges. I was not used to drinking those because I'm used to having a fucking million Miller Lights, Coors Lights, and I'm good to go. That's been my beer choice, and I know where I'm at after X amount of those. These Dogfish Heads, they're 8% or something, which is double, more than double, I think, of what a shitty light beer is. And so I had 3.5 of those, and I was just like, wow, just on another planet. So I was just a nightmare during that stream. Apologies once again. Embarrassing. But yeah, I did try those for a bit. They're so heavy, and they stay with you. The next day I was so hungover after 6 of them.
Wow.
I was just groggy. My head hurt. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Mind you, I'm 30. I shouldn't be doing that. Whatever. I went for it. They stay with you.
But you're fine after light beer kind of thing?
I'm used to it.
Typical Miller Light, you're just used to it.
I'm used to it, and it's light. You really just pee a lot of that out. You know what I mean?
As far as I know, the thoughts is lighter beers or stuff like that are the ones that will give you the headaches. Whereas these kind of beers are something that's supposed to make you feel better. But I have had one of these, and I woke up the next. I had a whole night of this shit.
Fuck that.
5 or 6 of these.
No.
The next day, I was like, I'm dead. I am dead.
No way.
I'm dead. Lauren, you're gonna have to drive home. We got a party. I remember it specifically. Went to the basement that night. Fell right asleep. I was like, I woke up the next day. I said, I'm dead. I folded up the air mattress. I got in the car and said, I'm not driving home. It was in Baltimore. I was like, I'm not driving home.
Call the ambulance because it's going down.
Yeah,
have them
I
on
need
call.
IV's stat.
Right.
Yeah, thank you, Tyler. He was an old coworker of mine, still in IT, but he left us, even though I left first, actually, technically. But he left the building. Really cool guy. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm gonna let Pat give us the next suggestion. He'll watch this, and then next week we'll try something with Pat or you. We'll figure it out. I like this too. Not a bad sandwich.
It's all right, but it's in last place.
It's not
so
worth
far.
that amount of money. 2 for $5. I'll eat these all fucking day long.
Yeah, no, I was shocked actually. I was like 10, 15.
Because the soda's $1.
Yeah,
so
right.
It was $9 for 2.
Yeah, I got the tiny
these,
soda
basically.
But so transitioning from that, being fat, getting drunk, we're hammered. I wanted to have a moment. I want to suggest something. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if it'll even make the cut of this video episode. How determined are you? Are you okay with where you're at when it comes to weight and stuff?
Oh, I'm terrible.
How are you feeling right now?
Terrible.
How old are you?
31.
31. I'm 30. I've been gaining it's a little sad. I've been gaining 5 or 6 pounds every year for 5 years, consistently. So when I was 22, I was 165, feeling real.
Oh!
Are you good? What was that? What happened?
That was a strong ass sip there, boy. I felt like I just drank bourbon straight up. Do not drink it immediately after taking a bite. It is not a fucking
So
rinse.
I told you, yeah, that's what was going on with me.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Oh man,
That was hilarious.
I'm gonna start sweating.
I was like,
damn.
I know I've gained weight, Billy, but Jesus Christ, just calm down, fuck. But yeah,
Yeah.
So I'm at the point I got the wedding coming up, dude.
Yeah.
Right. I gotta do my best.
Dude, you got a month.
I gotta cram. Right. Well, it's gonna happen, dude. Everyone's got a million different theories on how to lose weight, how to gain muscle, blah blah blah, whatever. I just want to feel good. I want to look good. I don't care what I have to do to my body, for real. I got that gym membership down the street I told you about, right? I've been getting acquainted with that and how it goes, and it's great. I love it. I've been looking up different diets and stuff. I've been dabbling with it for a few days in a row, seeing how I feel, seeing if there's any longevity. Can I actually sustain this? I'm doing it. I don't need to get into it because the chubby guy talking about a diet is absolutely horrendous to listen to. It's embarrassing. Nobody wants to hear about it. But should we do, and this has been around for years now, a weight loss challenge, a get fit challenge, it's just something to motivate us and make us accountable. Put it out there, because I talk about this shit with Allison all day. I talk about it with a friend or two all day. I need accountability. That's why I'm bringing it up right now. I want accountability. I want to get into this and start getting a little trim. I know it's not like funny or entertaining or interesting, but I think it could be if we start doing weights.
I am down. We've talked about it. You talked to me about the gym thing because of your gym not being 24 hours.
Keep smashing.
It's going to be so tough.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just can't. I have certain times that I'm able to do something.
All right, we won't do it perfectly. Let's just keep being fat.
Real quick, right before the pandemic hit,
some more of this beer.
We were doing something at my job. There was 5 or 6 of us, and I was actually doing really, really good, but I was also doing keto.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you did that.
And I did it for like, I want to say it was like 3 or 4 weeks.
That's not bad.
We were almost, I think we were almost to the point of ketosis, but I was losing weight.
Yeah.
But we were almost in ketosis. The problem is once the pandemic hit, it was like, you know, how do you get to a grocery store? Can I don't know this stuff well enough to go to a fucking restaurant or order on DoorDash and make sure it's keto friendly. You just brought me, you know, on a day like this, you just brought me all this fucking bread with a sliver of chicken involved in it.
So you eating that is my fault.
Well, I mean, you did bring it, but also
What?
I can't drink beer.
Then why are you?
Well, I haven't done keto in over a year. So
Okay,
I'm fine.
so what are
I'm
we
fat.
talking about? You just put that on me?
What I'm saying is, if I
God.
was on keto, this I wouldn't be able to do. There are foods that I like, but I do want to feel better.
Okay,
The
perfect.
older I'm getting, I feel like shit. I'm trying to chase around
me
a
too.
kid.
Yes.
I've got another one on the way that I'm going to have to be chasing
kids,
around.
got grandkids
I have to
coming.
feel better, but I am a stubborn, stingy, and just like impatient person.
Okay, right.
I want to do a diet, but I like my foods.
Okay, I get that. What I'm saying is if we put this in the episode and put some accountability, it'll become more real because then our 2 listeners will be like, yo, man, what's going on with those gains? What's going on with those, you know, the weight loss? What's going on? And I'm just going to be over here kissing my fucking biceps.
I'm down for it because I already cut out sodas. Right?
Yes, exactly.
sodas.
That's a hard one.
Sugar-free on stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is the 45 oatmeal cream pies a night I eat. So I could cut those back.
That might hurt you.
Yes. Eat healthier.
45.
It's actually
I know,
like 4 for
yeah.
real though.
I'm sure
I
it's
mean, we're
80.
talking about 4 of the big oatmeal cream pies.
Literal pies. Yeah.
My God, they're so fucking
Well,
good.
why don't we just put it in the books? Why don't we see? We don't even have to say our weight if you're uncomfortable doing that. We can just.
It's fat.
Right.
It's fat. 2 something for sure.
I'm at I got a month, right? What's the date exactly? Today is the 7th.
Today's the 6th.
Today's the 6th.
So you got a month and 10 days.
I got a month and 10 days.
That is.
I think that's enough
40
time.
days.
Because I've done some. Anyways, I don't want to get into the details because, like I said, it's embarrassing. But I think I can do it 100%. And it's not going to be the healthy way to do it at all. But I'm going to do it. And it's not like I'm throwing up after meals either. It's like a little in between thing. I don't care. We'll get into it later if I get results.
Healthier eating and exercise. You know, have a salad one time. You know, I could eat some fucking carrots while I'm playing video games instead of oatmeal cream pies.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And I'm not trying to get into a
I'm
TED
down.
talk about exercise.
What do we want to put on this? Not put
Exactly.
like not a wager, but
Okay.
what are we saying? We want to lose 10 pounds in the next month,
I'm losing. No.
Or who loses the most? We'll weigh after the episode.
I believe I'm a little less than I was like a couple months ago, but I'll just say my heaviest ever was like 198.
Damn, that sucks,
Yeah.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
That must really
Oh,
suck.
fuck off, man. Everyone's got their level of being uncomfortable with the number. Your number's just different from mine. Who cares?
It's way different.
I'm just saying,
100 pounds
I
on
want to
you.
get down to that's ambitious, 170, 175.
I haven't seen that weight since I was in middle school.
Okay, Bill, we're all different. I'm not giving you shit. Come on, man. But that's where I would feel comfortable again. Be like, all right, cool. So I think I don't care what anybody says. I'm doing it. I'm going for it, dude. Especially if we say we're doing it here and we're gonna hold each other accountable, it's going down, and I'm gonna be passing out on a treadmill wearing a garbage bag.
Let's fucking do it. Wait, you said you're in the 190s and you want to get to 170?
Yeah. What? Then don't say your numbers. Just tell me what you want to lose. I don't have a fucking gun in your head, man.
I mean, shit, I'd love to get to 172. That ain't happening in a month. That's 50 fucking pounds.
Okay. So we know where you're at. 380 pounds.
Yes.
Okay. So you want to be down to 340. No, what do you want to be down to? What's reasonable?
I want to get back
You feel
into
good.
like the 200 hover mark.
Okay.
195 to 205.
And say just be easy
So
on
it's
yourself.
like 25 pounds, and I've got to figure out where
Right.
that goes.
My schedule's a little lighter because I don't have a big old family, going on, and I don't have a pregnant wife and stuff. So I'm not going to hold you. I will hold you to the fire a little bit because you have time.
How about this? I have this. So on air, because I'm editing. I'm not cutting any of this, by the way.
Okay, cool.
On air, would you consider at around 8 to 8:15, like 3 nights a week at least? If not, I'll do every fucking night.
Okay.
3 nights a week, 8 to 8:15, maybe 8:30, a run up this little strip that we have right next to our houses here.
FDR Boulevard?
Yeah.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. I guess it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
I think I actually measured. No, I didn't measure it. Fuck. I tripped it one time, and it's like just over 2 miles one way.
I'm down to run. I can do that.
You can run?
I can't make it to the gym because of times. If you were a 24-hour gym, I'd be down for that at that time, like the 8:30 mark.
I could do a run with you.
But at 8 o'clock, like we go out for an hour a night. You're home in bed by 9:30, 10. I don't know what time you normally go to bed when you work.
It's between 9 and 10:30.
So, and I think I'd love to do it in the morning, but neither. Well, you probably get up.
I hate working out in the morning. Fuck that. Nope.
I actually love it.
I hate it
if I have, but I do not have the drive to get up in the morning. I did JRTC in high school when we had to do like our summer camps, whatever, and we would run and do shit in the morning. I felt so fucking good throughout the day, but I hate waking up.
I literally tried that for like a week when I was in shape, when I was going to the gym like 5 days a week. And I got there every day and went home. I would get there like 5 a.m. like my eyes are barely open. I'm like, fuck all of you. And there's 2 people there that are maniacs. They have no lives. They're just so obsessed with building like some giant robot around them that isn't themselves. Anyways, yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, cool. So we'll check in. Should we check in weekly or should we just wait the whole period? Like,
no, let's check in weekly. We'll weigh ourselves after we're done.
Every week though?
We talk every week on the podcast.
I know, but I'm saying if we weigh ourselves every week.
How's it going? We have to motivate each other though. If I check with you in a month, which is a few days before your wedding.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey, man, how's it going? Well, I fucked up. Mm-hmm. We have no accountability at that point.
Okay, every week.
Every week.
Okay, yeah.
On the podcast. Not what we talk every day, pretty much.
Yeah.
But only on the podcast.
We're going to weigh in on the podcast.
We don't have to weigh in on the podcast.
I'll do it.
You can weigh in right before you come over.
I'll do it. Don't call me a pussy.
I don't care.
I'll fucking do it, dude.
Weigh in right before you come over, and then you can be like, hey, I'm doing pretty good. I'm down, 3 pounds this week, or I'm down 5 pounds this week, whatever.
Okay. All right, cool.
So starting tomorrow.
So I need to make this a negative thing because that's the only way I get motivated. So you're telling me I can't do it.
No, I don't think you can. There's no way you could do that.
All right, pussy.
Okay.
See you in hell.
Speaking of who can do it, the King.
Okay.
T.I.
Oh, yeah.
We got an album review that we haven't even got to yet.
It's a hell of a segue.
Woo!
There we go.
Hey, I'm going to let you take it off because it's your album this week.
All right, the King. It's called The King or just King?
I think it's called King.
King, T.I., 2006.
He's the King.
17 songs, an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was a bit long.
Jesus Christ.
It was a bit long.
But it wasn't. I felt like I got a good variation of songs. Off the jump, sounds like a fucking mid-2000 song or album. Loved it. Loved every bit of it. The instrumentals, it's just driving. There's no like build up to the song necessarily or breakdown. It's just the song starts, there might be an intro, and then T.I. just fucking explodes. Usually going 100 miles an hour the whole song. Love his voice, love the cadence, love the mix, I'm biased. That's when I was a teenager, and I had always like heard in passing his songs, and I was driving when I was listening to this for a majority of the day, and it's perfect driving music. It's perfect driving music. I was getting hyped listening to it. Everything about it's great. The first 2 to 5 songs were the best, in my opinion. It was like I didn't fucking write them down. It was the first one, which I think is just called King. Let me pull up Spotify real quick. And then I think this album has like one of his biggest hits on there. Do you remember like that big hit that he had?
I keep wanting to say You Want to Know or something like that. It was called What You Know.
What You Know About
What You Know
That.
About That.
Yeah, exactly.
What You Know, Top Back.
Which is pretty good, but yeah. What would you say? Talk Back?
Top Back.
Top Back. No. Shit. Hold on. I'm so unprepared for this. Immature. King.
We interrupt this for the sponsorship of Figurito Brewing Company. Established in 2018, it is your brewing company, apparently out of Waldorf, Maryland, and an honest and uncomplicated brew. Figurito Brewing Company in Waldorf. Now back to the show.
All right. Not sure what happened. King Back was the song I was thinking of. That was a perfect song to start the album with. It just goes. I don't really have even a ton to say about it because, well, no, that's not true. Yeah, the first 5 songs great. The back 6, not really into it at all.
I struggled.
It was tough because he went through everything, all his good stuff, and then he was like, fuck it, 17 songs. This is the B side of the tape, basically. I liked it, but the one thing I can say is it's very mid 2000s, as in the song starts and then it'll stop, and in between that, it's like it's all kind of static. The way the song, it just doesn't feel like there's a lot of range to what's going on in the song. You know, it's one speed most of the song. There's no build up or really. There's a hook, obviously, but it just goes, stops. You know, there's no part that like, oh, this part's sick. You know what I mean? Like you would in like a metal song.
No breakdown.
But he's great. He's a fucking great lyricist. It didn't feel like the same song over and over again for the most part. Yeah, the first half's great. Liked it, bro. But then again, this is when I, formative years. I feel like I'm a little biased about it, so.
It's nostalgia. We've talked about that.
Sorry about this.
Is that it for your side of the review?
Pretty much, man. I love this guy. I love his music. He's got a lot of accusations being thrown at him right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. As far as that, I really like this album. I actually really enjoyed it. This is, Boyz II Men still sucks. This shit is good. I felt like he could actually sing, which he doesn't sing.
I get so mad when you say that.
Than Boyz II Men.
I get so mad. Like, I didn't even know what to say.
Everybody gets so mad.
Because I was just enraged by, like, your trolliness, dude.
Fucking
Boyz.
No, his cadence and stuff like that, to me, the weird thing about this album is that it could easily, this is an album that could easily be turned into a full-on fucking metal setup because of his cadence. His cadence, I feel like, is just like guitars just like chugging along, just da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
It's
and
a
a
rhythm.
lot of different shit. He has incredible rhythm. He's got this weird like Atlanta Southern accent thing going on, but then he also enunciates his words like a weird way that, I don't know, it sounds really fucking good. The melodies in the album, so I'm a big melody guy.
Of course.
There was actually really good melodies on this. And the thing about, here's my gripe with a lot of different rap stuff. Music to me, good music to me, and of course this is a super opinion, but if music doesn't make me move or feel a certain way,
yes,
I've got nothing for it. I don't want to hear it. I don't care about it. To me, I don't want to call it garbage. You're still an artist doing their job or whatever they feel is art to them, but it's got to make me move or it's got to make me feel a certain way. His shit makes me move. And some of these songs, like the melodies, not even listening to his, except for one, and we'll talk about it in a second, not even like his lyrics or anything, but even some of the way he's rapping or the little bit of singing that he does throw on there. And then the melodies and the beat behind it, it does make me feel a certain way. And it just kind of makes me feel good. I don't know. It sounds good. The overall, going back and listening to Top Back again, even without a really nice subsystem in the car again, Top Back, hands down, one of my favorite rap songs of all time. I absolutely love it. It sounded exactly like I remember. And I really, really, really enjoyed listening to that again. It's fun. And that's what's good about it. If the song is fun or whatever, it makes you move, whatever's going on, I thoroughly enjoy it. And T.I. can do that for me, especially this older stuff. This is good stuff to me. And like I said, some of his newer stuff got a little too poppy from what I've seen or whatever. But overall, I think it's a solid album. After Top Back, it started to get kind of hard there. But there was like a song with Jamie Foxx and stuff. Really, really cool. He's got good features, good stuff on there. I like it. I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah, Front Back was the song that I thought was the best on the album to me.
Front Back?
Front Back, the second song on the album. It was fucking great.
I'm with you. The first like 3 or 4 songs, I was like, oh damn, this album's pretty fucking good.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck.
And then it started to struggle like 5 or 6. I think 7 or 8 was Top Back, and then right after that I was like, I'm struggling a little bit. It's still good.
Just drops
Don't get me
off a
wrong,
fucking
but it
cliff,
drops
though,
off
big time
compared to the rest of the album. So in my opinion, he didn't need 13 fucking 17 songs, whatever it is, on this fucking album.
Not mad. Thanks for the option. Could have cut him though.
Yep.
Do you Did you want to try the hot take 10, or is that for next week?
I've got some stuff.
Do you need a second? Okay.
Well, I'd like to talk about the album for next week.
Oh, all right.
Can we do that?
What are you like organized and shit? What are you like thinking?
Check it out. Our album for next week is by one of your favorite also mid-2000s bands.
Okay.
Are you familiar with a band called A Day to Remember?
Day to Remember.
Day to Remember, yeah.
They do Ocean Avenue.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They just dropped a new album yesterday as we're recording this, so this will be 3 days ago by the time this episode comes out. They just dropped a new album. I didn't even know that was happening, but it was a big thing once I actually finally got on my phone after doing other videos. I was like, oh, They Remember dropped a new album today. I hope it doesn't suck like their last album. I was not a fan of their last album. It was okay. Little nostalgic, but yeah. So the album is called You're Welcome.
What?
You're Welcome.
Isn't that a Drake album?
Is it a Drake album?
I might be thinking of something else.
Can we get our producer to look that up real quick?
Yeah, look it up, idiot. All right.
14 songs, 46 minutes.
Okay.
I have heard one. It was sent to me. I thought it was a single. Turns out it was an entire album. I've heard mixed stuff about it, but I have not listened to the album, so that's brand new basically for both of us except for that one song. But they basically dropped a single with the album yesterday and said, hey, this is basically our single, or at least that's what everybody's listening to, and this is the album. So A Day to Remember, I hope it'll be a cool throwback, but we'll see.
Yeah, I went back. Their music is not aging very well for me.
Really?
No, there's a couple.
I can't listen to
not
it,
really,
but
no, I can't.
if it came on, again, it makes me feel a certain way and it makes me move.
I'm a big old sourpuss. I thought we were having an earthquake, but Billy's just touching his table and the monitors are like about to fly off.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm just doing this.
Do we need some like joists to secure these fuckers? Like, what are we doing?
Can, do this.
There you go. Just stop hitting the table. We have so much room here too. You would think you would just move.
Why am I so up against the table?
I wonder why. That's weird. Do you know who have you been keeping up? Sexual accusations, Me Too. It's everywhere. It's all that's going on nowadays. It's got everybody freaked out. Rightly so, I guess. Chris D'Elia, he got fucking canceled a while back. Whoa, my hand just went in front of your camera. For accusations of like DMing girls, or I don't know. I couldn't really keep up, but there was a lot of shit flying his way. His podcast got fucking canceled. He's a comedian. Podcast got canceled. Doesn't do shows anymore. He was basically radio silent and just fucking under the radar for a long time.
Right.
And then I think he just came out with like an apology video, hoping to maybe smooth things over and move on with his life. I don't know. And it was kind of weird. I kind of want to watch it now with you, but it's a few minutes. I don't know if we necessarily have time for it, but I would highly suggest that you check it out, because he was kind of honest in it, and he was talking about like, oh yeah, I've been trying to spend more time with my family, and I know I've had a problem, and I'm working with professionals and doctors and stuff. He's talking about like sex addiction or whatever.
Yeah, I think I saw the video.
You saw the apology?
I think so. It was something, I think it was even titled like, I've been meaning to put this out, or is that correct?
Something like that, yeah.
Something along those lines, but I didn't know the allegations before that video was put out.
Underage girls, like 17-year-old girls and stuff.
Oh.
Like talking to them. And then he claimed that, like, well, anytime that I found out their age, I stopped talking to them. It never went anywhere with any. He claimed it never went anywhere with any underage chicks, but 18-year-olds are probably fair game, I guess, in his eyes. I don't know. It's legal.
Yeah.
I don't fucking. This is weird. So, what was I saying? Oh, Chris D'Elia. And then, yeah, apology video. It's kind of weird, a little cringeworthy, but he was trying, I guess. I don't know. And then, like, literally a couple days later, another news article comes out saying that Chris D'Elia, like, they fucking gouged him. Chris D'Elia accused of having child porn. Oh, hold on. We got Billy. Oh, that's me. Hold on. He's freaking out. He just had another taste of...
Why does that keep happening?
I don't...
You can't shake beers, right? But you need to do something, because it's like smooth chocolate, like... a good mixture of shit, and then like a shot of bourbon. Like, it's fucking wild to me.
I'm still getting the
Tyler,
same
help me out
taste.
with this. Pat, I'm sure you probably have had this because you've had everything. Like, what is going on with this? Am I doing something wrong here? My God.
Just gonna call you.
And if the thing is, it's not bad. That's
No,
the
it's
problem.
not. It's just.
But I'm not expecting that. When I get a good sip, like, this is very, I get everything. And then I get a fucking shot of bourbon. It's like, somebody hit a shot in my beer. When you don't expect it, you don't like it. Anyways, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I was fucking tripping all over myself. Anyways, yeah. So he comes out.
So something new came out. That sucks.
Okay.
I like his comedy. His comedy to me is fucking gold.
Is it?
I love it.
Okay. Well, that's good. You said go on, and then you completely. I was about to go on, and then you just interrupted me.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done. You said you lost your train of thought.
I did, but then I was like, okay, I'm recalibrating, and then you said go on. That's the segue for me to start talking.
3, 2, 1.
All right, yeah,
go ahead.
Cut
there
it
we go.
Cut all that shit. That didn't
We're
happen.
not cutting anything.
I know. I'm joking. That's the joke. So
it's a joke.
Basically, stupid. So whatever. And
oh
then
shit! It was on you.
He apologizes. Can you please, intern? Thank you.
My apologies.
So can you please? Stupid. This is when we start.
Which one are we on?
We have no tolerance for actually keeping our thoughts together for more than 45 minutes because every time we hit this mark, we're just like derp to derp. Our IQ goes down. Like there's a hot girl in the room. It's
all
hilarious.
right, I'm sorry. I do want to hear this story. It is quite interesting in a way, I guess.
Sort
to
of.
me,
it's pretty depressing, but yeah, his apology
That's
video.
depressing.
His apology video came out. He took onus, but he never not really because he had a couple phrases that was a little weird. Like he was like, I have a problem and this and that, and I would go to a show and I'd get sometimes 40 DMs from girls.
right? Which is what I heard. I stopped watching because I was saying was it his? What's going on here? Go
He's
ahead.
bragging. That's what I got out of that. I was like, what the fuck are you talking? What are you doing? No, at the end of the day, you made the active decision to go forth and make second contact with that person, to actually comment on it. Either way. So the apology was just weird, and it was like he should have just said, sorry, I got problems, I'm working on it, moving on. It just got weird. I don't know. And then literally a few days after that video came out, I think the headline was Chris D'Elia busted with child porn of 17-year-old. So they threw in the CP word there.
Ooh.
And then they said 17-year-old. So it's yes, it is. But when you say that's a loaded fucking phrase, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of degrees of that. Whatever. And so.
Well, that's not good. It sucks because. I'm sorry.
I just want to I'm at the end of it. The 17-year-old basically said we had sex multiple times and he coerced it and was taking advantage of me and was demanding things of me and then that's where he's at now.
That's where a problem is though. I don't want to get too involved in something like this. It's very either sad, sick, twisted, or what the fuck. I don't know what to say because we don't know. At the end of the day, you're innocent until proven guilty, right? But if there's something out there and there's proof, he fucked up. You fucked up. But the thing is I'm sorry, unless this 17-year-old is living with him, there's no multiple sex that's being coerced.
Oh, and
you continually come see him.
And to be fair, he's not an 18-year-old. He's 40.
That's true too.
So that's so far separated now with that, and it gets weirder and weirder. So.
I would think somebody at that age. I mean, we had Marilyn Manson last week. You would think somebody at this age would be smart enough. Some of his shit is a little fucking weird, his comedy, but there's a lot of bits that I absolutely fucking love. I piss my pants laughing at it, but at the end of the day, you got to take responsibility. But I'm sorry if he knew she was 17, regardless, he's fucked up whether she said it was coerced or not. He fucked up, fucked with an underage kid. You just don't do that. It's disgusting. You don't fucking do it. But if he didn't know, or if it was one of these things I swear I'm old enough, whatever. Again, like you said, he's 40 with an 18-year-old. It's basically the same fucking thing. But she can't sit here and say anything about being coerced if she had sexual relations with him multiple times. I'm sorry. It's not coerced.
I don't know, man, because in the eyes of the law, this is a child. So it's
No, I agree.
I don't know. It's super weird. And when I met Allison, she was 17. I didn't know she was 17. I think I was like 21, right?
Dog,
so
she was 13.
I'm talking out of my ass right now. But to be fair, I knew once I got to know her, before we even went on a date, once I got to know her, I was like, I feel like this is going somewhere for sure, because it just felt very different from my other relationships and stuff. And it's like, well, I'm going to catch shit from people probably, but I think I'm not going to just flake on her, after a couple weeks.
Out. You're marrying
her. And I'm
her.
fucking marrying her. So
it's not Ted Nugent buying a fucking daughter across the river and then marrying your daughter that you bought.
She's the shit, son.
No, that shit's fucking wild to me. I don't know. His comedy's not good enough to watch twice. I've seen the shit, so you know what? If he's canceled, he's canceled. I don't give a fuck.
I never got a good vibe from him for some reason, like ever.
Dude, I've tried to steal bits from him.
I never liked him.
His act. You want to come?
It's not funny.
I fucking find it hilarious.
It's subjective.
Do you want to come to my birthday party?
How about
it's the faces.
All right.
She does.
We got like 10 minutes left. Why don't you just do the act right now?
I don't remember the
That's
whole thing.
hilarious. I'm laughing my ass off. That's great.
All right. We got another segment that we got to figure out how to name it.
Hot Take 10.
Hot Take 10. Oh, you did name it. Hot Take 10. Let me go and get this set up real quick. First thing I want to talk about real quick, Steve Vai, guitar virtuoso.
Well, hold on. You didn't set the table for what this is.
Oh, Hot Take 10 is my way of going because, and you can let us know in the comments what you think, but I feel like the way we're trying to do this show is exactly what people would enjoy more, which is basically instead of me rambling on, not my words, rambling on about what's going on here. Sponsored by, what the fuck are those? I'm sorry, what is that?
Those pants.
I think that's what they're supposed to be.
And a belt and a shirt. Okay.
Instead of me just going like forever on some of these stories, my goal is to get the point across. If I got a lot that week, Nico, we're going to have to find a way. Nico's going to get a buzzard. Your time's up.
Yep.
You're done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I don't have a lot this week, so no buzzard is necessary.
Okay.
But, yeah, I guess we'll find out. See, and I say that, and then I'll go on.
Now, I'm going to do my best to, if you're losing me, I'm going to do my best, though, to focus and keep my biases aside and my non-interest in certain things you bring up and just be like, does he have me? Does he have me?
Part too,
and if you lose me, bam.
If somebody's not interested in, or like, even if you're a commenter, tell me like, hey, that guitar did look cool, but I didn't understand what was going on. Can you explain it a little differently? Let me know.
Prove me wrong so Billy could throw that shit in my face. Yes. But they fucking love it. I made a second account on YouTube and commented on this.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. But Steve Vai, guitar virtuoso, had surgery on his hand. He held a cord for so long that it fucked his thumb up. And so he had to get surgery on his hand and isn't going to be able to play for a while.
Oh, but it's temporary.
He's fine.
Okay.
But I do notice that, like, I'm starting to get like some weird tendonitis shit going on in my wrist. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm, obviously, I'm.
It's carpal tunnel.
I am dirt to Steve Vai, but yeah, carpal tunnel, tendonitis.
It's from your keyboard.
Shit.
It's not your guitar.
Yeah, because I don't play enough. But like, I could see what he did, and that sucks, and that's terrifying as well for any guitar players out there. Do not hold your cords too long, even the best.
Is Stevie Ray Vaughan alive?
Down. Stevie Ray Vaughan is not alive. Steve Vai is alive, but Stevie Ray Vaughan is not alive.
I was getting them confused.
Yeah.
I'm a nudnik.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great. Great news.
Oddly enough, Pat had sent me a Reddit post yesterday, and while I was looking today for some hot takes, I actually saw exactly what was on the Reddit post from one of my trusted sites, which this one has to be guitarworld.com. And we have been waiting. John Mayer has a signature PRS guitar. It's about $2,500. Beautiful guitars. You can kind of see one there. $2,500 though for basically, I don't want to call it a Fender copy because you know me, PRS is far superior. But it's a Fender Strat style guitar, but it's made by PRS. There are obviously modifications to make it their own. It's a beautiful guitar for $2,500. A little steep when I could just go get a Mexican-made Strat. So what we've been waiting on is what's called an SE version, which is an overseas-built version. I've got one SE, which is my Mark Holcomb signature guitar. It is a Korean-made guitar. And we have been waiting for an SE version of a Silver Sky. And based off of some kind of like packaging here, it looks like we might be getting a Korean or Indonesian, whichever one this is. I don't know what these characters are. Silver Sky, which is very, very exciting news. Well, not even joking.
I should have held to that first buzz. Why is this cool?
Well, you know me again. I like PRS a lot.
Yes, I
want basically the Silver Sky is what you see on the screen here. It's a 3 single coil pickup guitar. Not really my forte because I try to play mostly metal. You want humbuckers for that. So what this is basically a Fender Strat, like I had said. But yes. I don't want to buy a Fender. I want to buy the PRS, right? Because it's a guitar company I like. I've felt this guitar. It feels amazing. It sounds great. But $2,500 for something I can get from Fender, basically for $600.
Okay.
Doesn't have the name. It's not, signed off by Paul himself. But Fender's still good shit. It's exciting because we might get, $1,000 guitar versus a $2,500 now. And that's why it's exciting.
That's so exciting.
Yes. I was going to try to make a drum parallel, but I don't think there is one. Because I don't know how the fuck drums are made.
I'm a fan of the hobby. I don't care about the gear so much.
You got to get into the gear, dude.
No.
We almost called this show Gears, Beers, and something else.
No, you almost called it that.
Yeah. Line 6 has come out with...
Stop involving me with your shit, Billy.
Line 6 has come out with a new product. Before, your bass player actually used one. It's called the Helix Stomp.
Yeah.
So your guitar players have the Helix. Mm-hmm. I want to call it XL or Light XL or something like that.
I think it's Light.
Helix Light XL something, whatever. And then your bass player wanted to get something similar, but he didn't want the big pedal. So they have something called a Stomp, little square box. And now they have the... the Stomp XL.
Oh.
Which is going to provide more buttons, more, versatility with it to be able to have it on stage. Still smaller form factor, not as much processing as the big Helix, but added more buttons. I think that's really cool because the Helix Stomp was a little too small, and I could see there needs to be a middle ground somewhere. And this is going to take that middle ground up to kind of bridge.
Well, that is unprofessional. I'm sorry.
All good.
Go ahead.
It's going to be the middle ground to kind of bridge in between the big boy Helix and the Helix Stomp. And then I've got one last thing to get into. This is just kind of a placeholder because I couldn't find anything on it. But Herman Li is doing something kind of cool. You remember we talked about Jason Becker a while back? He's the guitar player that got ALS, and he was super immobile. It was like one of the last episodes with Daniel that we talked about.
No, but that sounds very upsetting. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he was pretty big guitar virtuoso as well. One of the top names back in like the 80s or something, and then he got ALS pretty bad. Good news is he's been alive for like the last 30 years with ALS. The bad news is I guess he's hitting some really hard times.
Yeah.
Jesus. And he is now needing to make money to help afford some of the medical bills and stuff that is coming along with it. I guess, I don't know what happened because he's been fine for 30 years. I don't know if he still did stuff and maybe COVID has caused some issues or what. But basically, Herman Li and him kind of teamed up. I think he reached out to Herman Li because Herman Li has this massive Twitch channel and then the massive following with like Dragon Force and stuff like that. And he basically teamed up with Herman Li, who is auctioning off a like 5 or 6 extremely rare and popular guitars of Jason Becker's. Like the very first prototype of this, the very first production model of this, whatever. He's got like numbers on his guitar. I don't know if that'll help jog your memory on that episode, but he has
remember.
Like
yeah.
1 through whatever for the frets. Because he was like a young kid who was like this prodigy kind of thing.
All right, I got another. Sorry to interrupt your train of thought because I hate that too. We have to have a fast forward button on this segment. When it's like, you lost me, buzz, moving on, and then like, let's get to it.
Okay.
You agree to this, man.
Yeah. So he...
Fast forward.
Anyway, so he's so Herman Li's doing that. He has taken donations on Twitch. So if you want to go to his Twitch, twitch.com/Herman Li, I'll link it in the description. But basically, they're trying to raise $20,000, I think, on top of auctioning guitars. And then sometime in April, I want to say it is, probably going to be the weekend of your wedding. I can already see it. They're doing this massive Twitch live. Anybody that's able to actually be at Herman's place will be there. And then anybody else he'll have virtually. But he's going to, like, basically guitar player after another and then maybe all together. However, he's got a lot of people lined up, like Tosa Dabasi, Ola England's a part of it, Jared Dines, a whole lot of these, like, big names out there. I can't remember. There's, like, Marty Friedman, I think. There's a whole lot of fucking guitar players out there that are going to be doing basically like a live, like, shred off with Herman Li, and just play different shit with him to help raise this money for Jason Becker. So it was a lot because it took me a while to finally fucking understand it myself. So my apologies for me kind of drawing that out. But I was like, I see you doing a donation for Jason Becker, but I don't understand why. And then Ola's video actually described it because I watched Herman Li on Twitch, but I entered that live event a little late, and I was like, why are we donating to Jason Becker something? What happened?
Well, I can't make fun of any of this. It's fucking wholesome. It's nice.
No, it's really cool. I like it. I think if you could donate even $1, he's also doing bits. I don't understand the bits on Twitch yet, but he's doing like 1 million bits. I guess that correlates into money in some way. I don't fucking know.
Like you buy like 1,000 bits for like $5 or something.
So he's doing like 1 million bits, $20,000 plus the auction of the guitars. The good thing is if anybody is like the one guitar he played, it was a prototype, and then Eddie Van Halen also played it for a while. So it's like two of like the top guitar players of the last 40 years. Probably top 20 for most people. Two of them had literally fucking played and toured with it. So it's a piece of history, but it's also going to a good cause and helping Jason Becker out and get hopefully better as he can get, or at least pay these medical bills so he's not, 30 years surviving with that is insane.
Sucks. That sucks.
It sucks
for him.
But it's
like,
insane
it's so
that
crazy.
he's lasted. This sounds terrible, but he's lasted as long as he has.
That's what I mean. That's rough.
So I would think maybe, I don't know if, like, again, he had hard times, or maybe he feels like, hey, my time's coming soon, but I can't leave this to my family.
Right.
What can we do? I'm sure there's stuff that guitar-wise he's leaving to the family, but there's a lot of stuff he said, I can't play anymore. He's still, I think Daniel was telling us he has like this program that somebody helped him program for him to be able to still write music. They're like whatever people with ALS can do. Some really cool stuff, but yeah. So twitch.com/Herman Li. I'll link that in the description because you got like 30 fucking days to get on and donate if you want to. Or check out the show because I think it's going to be a great fucking show. And it's free, obviously, to anybody who wants to join in.
Do you link anything in the description?
I do. I do.
Because you always say that, and sometimes I'll check and I'll be like, there's nothing there.
I used to not. But for stuff like that, the guitar giveaway, if I've got something else, I'm starting to finally fucking plug our Facebook and Instagram. So if people really want to follow us, they can. So it looks more professional now instead of just like, we talked about something today. Yes, I will link it though. And I have been getting better with that.
Yeah, as we're wrapping up.
We're not taking 20 hours to fucking edit anymore. So it's much easier to be like, I've got all this time to just put this in, and while the video's uploading, you got to wait anyway, so you might as well type it all in.
I love giving you shit because it's hilarious to me. But you getting that live switcher, great investment. Goddamn,
Jesus Christ,
makes
dude.
it so much easier.
I don't want to say it was crazy expensive. I mean, it's an 810 Mini Pro, so you can look it up. It's $600. It's a good amount of money, but the time and headache that it saves us, I'd pay $1,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would. Which they make $1,000 version, we can get like 8 cameras and just have like around the world.
We have a lot of room. I was gonna say we should get fucking 6 more cameras,
20 more cameras.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is incredible. It's definitely helped out. But
so as we're wrapping up, we might have a monthly guest appearance every so often, a specialist, you might call it.
I think so. Just talked to this said person the other day, and he or she seems really cool to do it.
Might fill up this area right here. I don't know.
Right here.
We'll see.
No special camera for that person. Just on the main camera.
I'll set up like a flip camera or something cool.
Yeah.
With like a couple megabytes on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Possibly. Cool. Something cool, and we still, like, we talked about it before, but there are guests that we still want to get in. We just have to coordinate it. COVID is obviously tough. Some people just don't want to be in a room, and I totally understand it. I don't want to get sick. You don't want to get sick. They don't want to get sick. I sit at home every day, so to me, I would like to see people because I need human interaction to survive.
Yeah.
But I get it. I think we're getting close. The main person that I keep bringing up to you too is Danny from Maluka. We had pretty much everybody else. So one other guy, and I know he is out of state. He's got a kid and stuff. So I think at some point, maybe later this year or next year, depending on schedules, we'll try to get him in as well because it'd be cool to have him on because he's got a whole different outlook on stuff from what I've seen. But yep, monthly guests, possibly.
Cool.
I think it'd be cool. Our brothers at some point. I still want to do that. We talk about it. We have no idea what we're going to do. My brother had something, and he tells me every time,
and you forget,
and I forget it.
Well, I believe he has.
We'll
an
have to
idea.
reach out to them. He's like, I could do this, and I'm like, that sounds cool, and then I forget to tell you.
You just don't care, so your brain just tosses it out like immediately. You're like, anyways, yeah, whatever. Let me Google this bullshit.
Anyways, if there's anything you want to see in the description below, let us know. It helps us. Comment. Tell us if we suck. Tell us if we're dumb for thinking that this beer is subpar. Actually, this beer is pretty good.
It's okay.
As long as I don't get that shot of fucking bourbon.
There's a lot going on in it, though.
Anything else you want to say?
Not a whole lot. I guess we're just gonna... No. There was something on the top of my mind while you were talking about ALS and getting me more and more upset and kind of sad.
Sorry, it is sad, but I think it's a really cool event that's going to happen. Really cool thing. That is, to me... Just real quick, because we don't talk about COVID. We've talked about not talking about COVID, and then we end up talking about COVID. This is the coolest thing to come out of COVID. Not what they're doing for that, but the fact that between technology companies, people figuring out tech, the fact that we could just easily access even more now than what we used to. A lot of these people didn't live stream because they were touring or they were doing this. Now you can literally just go on and interact them. It's like the BT BAM show that's coming up. As long as I'm a subscriber, I get to ask a question. Hopefully they see it out of however many people. And they'll answer it, you know, and now I can just interact and everybody, you know, these little VIP things I used to pay $50 fucking a ticket to go to, it's online now. And I can just talk to them.
Yes, it is technology.
It's great.
It's very technology.
Yeah. I'm Beef Treadbeard.
Nico. Haven't done that in a while. All right.
Have we not?
I don't think so.
No, I think we're just like, bye.
Bye. Yeah. See you later.